It's 1 o'clock.
We're live. We're live.
We're live.
All right, Tom Trento coming live from our studios in Florida on Monday the 20th. Thank you all for being here. Mark, we're live. Things good? Everything working?
All right.
Way to go, man.
Good to be back. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend.
And I know President Rossi of Iran did not have a wonderful weekend. The guy is dead. And a bunch of other people are dead. And in reading about that, I came up with a big idea for today. The big idea is actually a question. The question is this. Is President Rossi, the president of Iran, is President Rossi in heaven? Muslims use the word paradise. Is President Rossi in paradise or not?
That's the big question.
It's critically important.
If we are at war with Islamic Jihad, and we are, Israel's at war with guns and bombs and bullets, and the United States, it's an information war, it's a political war with an Islamic Jihad ideology attacking the West. Clear as could be, wake up. If we are at those two types of wars, kinetic, and then cultural, we got to understand the way the enemy Islamic jihadis think. So thus the question, is President Rossi in heaven? Now what happened, I'm going to show you, that's President Rossi right there. And it's very important. What does that mean?
No, don't do the pics. Just tell me.
Is President Rossi in heaven? And there's a picture going around of him ascending through martyrdom, through the clouds, to Jerusalem, to paradise. Beautiful picture put out already. So that's the question. But before we get into the essence, is President Rossi in heaven or paradise? What happened, and if you've been watching the news, the Iranians were working with Azerbaijan, a neighboring country to the north, and they built a dam, a common dam, holding back water, managing water. And they had a ceremonial time a couple of days ago where the President Rossi and a foreign minister and several other dignitaries took 3 helicopters, went there, had a big ceremony, blessed the dam, did all of that stuff, and then returning home, one of the 2 helicopters, of the 3 helicopters, crashed into the mountain. We have a picture of it. You'll see it somewhere maybe, but there's a picture floating around on the internet of a just smashed out, burned out helicopter. Before we get into the stuff, immediately somebody put on Telegram the fact that leaked information, listen to this carefully, leaked information indicates that a Mossad agent by the name of Eli Copter, Eli is a well-known Israeli name, Eli Copter was flying the 3rd helicopter, the one that had President Rossi in it, and the Eli, the Mossad agent, purposely crashed it to take out the president, the foreign minister, and several other ayatollahs. Well, immediately after that was published, a French newspaper picks it up and publishes the fact that there's leaked information that a Mossad agent by the name of Eli Copter crashed one of the flying vessels, and then that was picked up by the Hamas in their official page on Telegram and said a Mossad agent crashed the airship and killed the president and several other people. Well, if you listen carefully, the original source was the Mossad agent was named Eli Copter. Eli Copter, helicopter. It was a joke. Somebody put it in because everybody knew that the Iranians are going to blame the Jews right away. So they made a joke, Eli Copter, Mossad agent. It got picked up by the French newspaper and by Hamas. Complete joke, false. But it shows you the absurdity of believing what you read anywhere in social media without validating it and checking it out. So that's how this whole thing started. But I'm going to read the names of the people that were killed. And look, it's always sad when people die, but is it sad when 9 Nazis died? And if you're looking at Iranians who are fighting Israel, want to destroy America. If they had the bomb, they could. If they had the physical capability to destroy Israel and America, they would. We know that. So the 9 people that died, President Ayatollah Ibrahim Raisi. Not only is he a president, a couple of years now, but he's an Ayatollah. An Ayatollah is a elevated position of scholarship and spirituality in the Shia Twelver religion of Shiite Islam. You really got to be a committed believer to be one of them. And Ayatollah Mohammed Ilashem, he died. He was the Imam of Tabriz. The foreign minister, this guy, Hussein Amir Abdullah, he is very well known. As the foreign minister, he was behind getting Russia and China, North Korea, all these anti-Western countries in an alliance against the West, against Israel, against the United States, in support of Iran. The foreign minister, he died in this crash. The governor of East Azerbaijan, a head of security for the president on the plane, 3 crew members, and another officer from the Almaty force. So 9 people died. And immediately, listen to what the Iranian press said. It said 9 individuals have been martyred, including identified crew members, as representatives of the heart of the axis of resistance. So Iran said these 9 people are the heart of the resistance. The resistance is Hamas, and right now, and Iran. They will be remembered for their steadfast stances in support of Palestine and for their resistance against Zionism and the United States imperialism. In President Raisi, Ayatollah Raisi's last speech in Azerbaijan 2 days ago, before the helicopter took off and crashed, he stated, "The Palestinian cause is the foremost cause in the Islamic world." That has to be underscored. The heart of the axis of resistance from the Shia side of Islam said that the Sunni Hamas resistance is the most important Islamic cause. I'll do future shows as to why the Iranians who hate the Sunnis are supporting the Sunnis in the resistance against the West and the United States. But my topic for today is more a theological topic. And it's very simple. If you are a shahad, a martyr in the Islamic world, you are immediately transferred from the point of death through the sky to paradise, where you enjoy the eternal benefit of wonderful food, all the stuff you weren't allowed to have on earth. And it sounds silly, but the documents, Islamic documents, clarify very succinctly that there's eternal sexual gratification. The men have eternal erections. There are 72 beautiful virgin women for their pleasure, but it goes way beyond that martyrdom. It also extends to family members. If somebody dies a martyr, you can extend that to a whole group, 30, 40, 50, sometimes up to 70 family members. So think of this when we're fighting Islamic jihad, that the individuals that are fighting against the IDF right now, the individuals on the college campuses, truly believe if they die, physically die in a jihad. Now, these guys were not in a jihad. They opened a dam. They had a ceremony. They're flying back. But Iran can't let the 9 individuals, particularly the Ayatollahs and the president, just not know where they are. They had to glorify them with this bogus concept of paradise. And in future shows, I'll explain why the theology of Islam fails under intellectual and logical scrutiny. But right now, understand that you're going to be hearing a lot about martyrs, and it's going to mobilize more people to come out and fight, particularly as the United States and Israel gets blamed for this crash. Javad Zarif, the former foreign minister from Iran a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, he said, this is really the United States' fault because they put sanctions on us. We couldn't get the right equipment, so we have to fly helicopters with bad parts. Think of that for a minute. They're building rockets and firing them into Israel, but they can't fix their helicopter, and their president and 8 others died in it. So the bottom line, is the president in paradise? Absolutely not. We need people to scrutinize the principles of Islam and start deconstructing it so people can wake up. But we also need to understand this bogus concept of martyrdom energizes and mobilizes Muslim jihadis so that they're fighting for the afterlife. Death is the translation and the transition from this horrible life they live to this wonderful, glorious life. That's the concept. Thanks for spending a little time with us today. Tomorrow, most likely, we're going to show you a jihadi born in Gaza who was reporting for Hamas. Now he's on the college campuses in the United States leading the protest.